Queued up.
Yo! It's not a regular episode today. It's not. This is a special episode today. This is episode 20. Round of applause.
This way.
Round of applause.
20. Shout out my brother Dub.
Yo, Big Dub. Yo.
Yes, sir.
We are so excited. Real quick, we are so thankful for everybody who's been watching us, listening to us, sharing our reels, showing love, commenting, saying that we suck. Even if you think we're not good, as long as you watched us, you're still a watch. You're still a view. If you follow, subscribed. We have 80 subscribers now, man. We're almost close to 400 followers on IG last time I checked. Help us get there. But let's just go ahead and get this shit started. My name is DJ Aaron Michael. You guys are now locked into the Queued Up Podcast, baby. Woo, we got the originals today. All right, I love all of our guests. I love them, but we needed just the superstar squad.
The squad.
Let me introduce first and foremost one of my favorite people ever, Chewy, aka Jesus Crust.
Chewy, couldn't do it without you, my brother.
Could not love you, dog. I see you repping AZ like you always do. You know what I'm saying? Always. And then shout out to my other brother, one of my other favorite people ever. We also need him too. My dog never fumbles, always humbles. Charlie Mumbles. You know what I'm saying?
Do it without you, my guy.
Co-captain of the content team.
Yes, sir.
This guy produces. This guy be DJing and shit like that. What don't you do? This guy, I saw him save a kitten out of a tree when we pulled up earlier. Then he changed the tire. This man be doing everything. And then on air, of course, shout out to my brother, the one and only RC, Harvard Productions.
What up?
Good to see you, dog.
Good to be here.
Hope you had a great vacation this week.
Yo, it was lovely. I'll get into it in a little bit, but it was lovely.
Okay, perfect, man. There we go. I need a vacation, dear God.
Yeah, you do.
I know. And then the coolest guy in the room, obviously, my brother, the one and only Artie to the Reaps.
¿Qué pasa, mami?
Hey, I like the silky, bro. I like that.
You know what I'm saying? I had to come with a different one. Last time I had the black furry. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This time we came with the rose.
Looking like a Boricuan prince. Oh, man. Yo. And then once again, shout out to our brothers as well. Giovanni, a.k.a. Just Created It. Love you, dog. Shout out to our brother Jello, a.k.a. Jello TV.
Hello.
Love you, dog. Shout out to our boy Justin Gurian. Love you, too, dog. Smoke Charlie's as well.
Yes.
And then, of course, the one and only MANSCAPED. We still got it, baby. Promo code down below. The promo code 20% off for a limited time. Okay, if you're hearing this, if you're watching this, 20% off of Manscaped. Save some money. We got more on that a little bit later. Thank you, Manscaped. We love y'all. Here's a Lawnmower 4.0. I'm just joking. I'm gonna kiss it every single time. Let's go ahead and get into it, though. Yo, this week we have a jam-packed episode, all right, in the queue. We're going to be talking about Shannon Sharpe leaving Undisputed. Wow. He only has a few episodes left before he ends up leaving the show completely, so no more him and Skip.
Man.
You know they've been. We'll talk about it.
Okay, yeah, we're going to get into it. We're going to get into it. And speculations on where he might be going and what might have caused him to leave. Also in the queue, we're going to be talking about ranking our favorite Spider-Man movies. Because there's a lot of them now, and with the new one, Spider-Man Across the Multiverse, I think that's the name of it. It's like the cartoon one with Miles Morales being the main protagonist as well. The first one was the first one I seen was like my favorite Spider-Man movie ever. But we got to talk about the Tobey Maguire ones and the Tom Holland ones as well. So we're gonna talk about that shit.
The one with Jamie Foxx in it.
The one when Jamie had the comb over. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's the one with what's his name? Andrew Garfield. That one was actually amazing. That's the Amazing Spider-Man. And then also we're doing another round of hot cues. You guys have made that segment extremely popular. We love doing it for you guys. Talking about Jonathan Majors and his dating life. Talking about the new Apple headset. A whole bunch of crazy fun stuff. Episode 20, man. This cannot be possible without you guys. And to start it off, we're going to be reflecting on what this podcast has meant to us. How we've gotten here. 20 episodes. I don't think we even thought we would make it to this point.
Nah, facts.
You know, being sponsored by the companies that we've been sponsored by, having the guests that we've had on in such a short period of time, things are moving. So,
yeah, we right on schedule, my brother.
We are.
20 weeks though. That ain't nothing to, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
We have not missed a week.
Scoff at.
Yeah.
No.
Through vacation, I was thinking about it. So 20 episodes, obviously 20 weeks. I've done 4 vacations in that time.
Wow.
And obviously we make it back here to do this and be with y'all. And yeah, it's dope. It's like, yo, you can actually commit to something and see it through and like do it week over week and just incorporate it into your life. It's dope. I'm loving it.
That's been the amazing part is because, you know, as far as you guys may know, you guys might see the sponsorships. You guys might see us doing outside events and stuff like that we've done in a short period of time. It's definitely been grassroots level. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So we all have outside jobs and other priorities and families and obligations and stuff like that. So, you know, we want the podcast. You know, we want that to be like our main goal and main source of income. And with you guys' love and support, we're going to get there. But these guys you see in the content team, Chewy and Mumbles and Giovanni and Jello, and then Artie coming along. Like all this stuff happened, and RC, of course, all this stuff happened on a whim, randomly, and we all became best friends, if not like a family now. And that's why people have been showing so much love, because they see that we love each other. You know, so
I really think it's just, you know what I'm saying, we got that. It's cool because before, you know what I'm saying, we was like just drops of water in our own little thing. Now I feel like we are pressure, you know, we putting that pressure down, if that makes sense.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
okay.
We make it, because it's like we haven't seen it, like it hasn't cracked yet. But, you know, it's like the pinata. You feel me? Like, we smacking the pinata right now, and I know it's going to bust. You know what I'm saying?
It's just going to take for one of us to say something really, really stupid, and then we go viral, and then, you know, we become closer to being a household name.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
So say something. What you got for us, Aaron?
I don't see you jumping out the window on the to-do list today, sir.
Hey, we can, though.
I'll say something stupid right now.
All right, hold
What's up?
No, hey.
No, how do you feel about this upcoming election? No, I'm playing.
Oh my gosh. Pride Month. I'm just joking. Shout out to everybody who celebrates Pride. We love everybody.
Yes, and we are allies.
We are allies.
To any and every marginalized community out there. Just
Absolutely.
want to throw that out there.
Absolutely.
We show love.
Absolutely.
We support.
Yeah, we do.
So all that.
Yeah. Just had to get that little disclaimer.
Yeah. Now we can say some stupid shit.
Now we can get out there. But no, man, like this, you know, the impact of what this podcast means to a lot of people really hit me a few weeks ago back already at your event that you had, because I literally had nothing but random people that I don't know. I don't owe anything to. We're not friends. We're not boys. We're not people. So that's how you know you get somebody's honest opinion when they don't know you and they don't have to worry about your feelings. And people say that they like what we're doing.
Nice.
Yeah. They support. Cause I think that's the hardest thing for people to grasp, is that just because you might be close to somebody and your friends, that don't mean that they're going to support you from the jump, even if they love you.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel like it's almost harder to get your friends to fuck with you than it is your like strangers. I feel like
100%.
strangers, but strangers, yeah, they're going to keep it real. But sometimes like your friends, I don't know. I feel like, what is that?
I agree. Yeah. It's, I mean, for whatever reason, it just seems easier to gravitate towards, or to just shower somebody with love that you just don't really know. Like, how many of us have had friends who we just followed each other on Instagram, and then all of a sudden, hey, bro, that's a dope fit. Oh shit! And now you guys are like internet friends. Whereas it's like, you know, some of my homies like, bro, I know you, and y'all, and I'm not getting the kind of love like this. So there is something to that.
It makes me wonder though, is any of that? See, I like to be accountable too, so I wonder if is any of that, like, what did I do? Like, did I do something? You know what I'm saying? So sometimes I think about that, like, maybe I missed a chance to support the person if they're close friends, or maybe I missed multiple chances, so I can't just put it on the friend and be like, you don't support what I'm doing, because maybe there's a time where they expected some support from me, and I just happened to miss it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think a lot of it also has to come down to consistency, because we've had a lot of friends that start stuff and a lot of people that say stuff and like, oh, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that and I'm going to do this, and you get on board and then it doesn't happen. And sometimes, hey, it's not even their fault. It's not their fault that why it doesn't happen. But I think to start a new business or a new venture or something like that that's outside of your norm, like RC, people know you for photography. People know me for DJing. They know Artie for making music and for making art. They know Mumbles for God everything. You know what I'm saying? And then Chewy for being a hard worker and a great productionist. So it's hard to picture us doing anything else. And when you're doing something as personal as a podcast, we're giving our honest opinions, our honest feelings. We're sharing honest backstories of ourselves. And I've never done that before, not in this way, not in front of the camera.
Well, and that's a good point. But then also to that point of support, not everybody consumes long form content. So we understand that too. Like, you know, there's in terms of like what we do, a lot of like obviously if you catch a clip, everybody's on social media. So if you catch a clip of us here and there, liking it doesn't cost anything, or if you are so inclined to repost it. But if you don't necessarily watch or listen to the full episode on Spotify, it's like we kind of understand. It's like we here for over an hour. Not everyone works that into their day to be able to listen to long form content.
Yeah.
And then also it's like some of the stuff we talking about, not everybody trying to hear that. So
Right.
we understand it, but also support your friends. Like that's why the support means so much. Because if you go out of your way and it's like that, this ain't even really my kind of thing, but I gotta listen to my guys and like check in on my dudes and see what they talking about. We appreciate it.
Yeah, I honestly think too that people don't understand that like a share is the level, like the type of magnification it gets when you share something of your friends, because it's almost like, it's like if I was trying to sell you something, like say I'm trying to sell you insurance or something, because that's what I know, but I'm trying to sell it to you and then you're like, all right, man, yeah, cool, sounds good, bro. Yeah, I got to check back in with you. But if my friend came to you and was like, yo, I know a dude, he got the best insurance, bro. He took the best time. And if my friend says it, then you come into me like, yo, I need you. You know what I'm saying? So 100%. Like, I don't think that people realize that works in all circumstances. Like, if my friend shares my music to somebody else, they hear it different than if I give it to them.
For sure.
Or, you know, with the podcast, if somebody shares the podcast, a friend of ours or anybody that we know, y'all share it to somebody else. Sure, even if you don't really like that episode, the person who hears it might be, like you said, that just unapologetic level of just like, I love this now, you know? So,
well, I honestly, and Artie, I agree with everything you said, same as you, RC. I honestly feel like we would not have made it this far without the word of mouth, because that's the only reason why we've been able to. Look, if anybody knows how I feel and how anal and a perfectionist that I am about this shit, it's probably RC, because me and RC talk each and every day. And RC has to talk me off a ledge a lot of times, just when it comes to the podcast. About like, man, we're not doing anything. And literally,
it's not
we go
working.
to our dashboard on our Instagram, and our page has reached over, at some points, almost 12,000 different accounts with less than 500 followers for being up for less than 5 months. That's
really
incredible
when you think about it. Yeah,
That's really good.
It's good work.
And we don't boost our numbers, yo. We don't put any money or any added advertisement into our ad. I'm not trying to flex.
Probably
I'm just saying,
should.
No, we should.
You know what I'm saying?
No, we have to.
honest,
We
we
should
probably
start
should do that.
paying some of them Zucker bucks. You know what I'm
Put a little
saying?
dollar in a fish bowl or
Yeah,
something.
to Uncle Zucks. No, hey, that's coming though. But
I'm just get your wallet ready.
yeah,
That's it.
get your, it's about to be like a collection plate over here. But the fact that everything we've done has been grassroots off the backs of these guys showing up and showing love and being consistent. Mumbles bringing his content expertise, his own personal beats that he can sell for money and using those for the intro. Jello created this is behind the curtain shit now. Jello created the intro for the show. Chewy does our editing. You know what I'm saying? Each and every week. This man has another job. This man works for one of the most popular radio stations in the entire country. He does events for one of the most booked, like, private party and concert throwing events, you know, and just how do I put it? Entertainment groups in Arizona on the West Coast. You know, with our boy, shout out to my dog DJ Dario as well, much love. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody here is a superstar in their own way, and we're all trying to come together to do something as a whole and as a collective. And I'm thankful that these guys have trusted me to be the face of this and the captain of this in a way. we all have a part to play. I'm not anybody's boss or anything like that, but it's just
Show ain't. No, I'm playing.
Show the hell ain't.
damn right you ain't. No, man, but it's
Right, though.
no, these are my guys, man. And for you, who's ever watching this, or who's ever listening to us, or who's ever sharing us and commenting and having like. The best thing is whenever I'm outside and people want to talk to me, like, man, I can't believe you said that, or why would you say that, or what I feel about this, or I agree or I disagree. I love that
Yeah, it's
shit.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? That means you guys actually care. If we can make y'all feel something just from us being dumb on a couch.
What do you think, like, between, I can start with RC, like, from 20 episodes, what's something that you learned through this process that you maybe didn't know before?
Shoot, a lot, honestly, just
Good
a
question.
lot, especially about the back end, the business part about it. When we were all when Aaron and I and everyone kind of helped, but when we were setting up all of the pages and everything, like doing all of that ourselves, just learning that process, learning about the Apple Music and Spotify, that side of the business. Yeah. And also, something more tangible that I learned is we even talked about this. You get in front of a camera and you talk, so there's this level of like maybe nerves or whatever. And in your mind, you think you're saying something so crazy, or you don't necessarily want to step over the line. You don't want to offend anybody necessarily. And then you watch it back a few days later and it's like, that wasn't even really that crazy.
That's what I noticed too. That's
So-
like the thing I noticed the most was that. Well, it's like,
Yeah.
I always think I'm saying something crazy, but then I go back and watch it. I'm like,
It's never that
I
crazy.
could go I can get worse.
Oh,
see,
I can get worse.
But I think we all, and this is just a respect to the people in our lives, I think we all, once we're speaking, we speak with the through the lens of whoever it may be. For me, it's my queen at home and my mom and like my family. Like, what would they think if they heard me on here talking like this?
Right.
So I put it through that filter as I'm saying it, and then when I listen back, I'm like, that ain't even that crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I just think because the culture that we live in now, we've seen more powerful, more famous, more well-known people than us say probably stuff on our level, of not maybe even, just only slightly worse, and they get their whole careers threatened and their whole, I mean, like we're not
But
big
sometimes they be nobody in this room has any malintentions. Like,
but you don't think some of those celebrities, when they say stuff like that, they always come with malintentions?
some of them do.
Some of them do. No, you're not wrong. But also, a lot of them are just speaking their opinions because they're on Twitter and they're on IG and shit like that. And their opinions get them thrown into a whirlwind of, you should be canceled and how could you? Because everybody has a voice and a say so, and everybody deserves it. But it's a lot easier to offend people nowadays than it probably ever was before, and it's only going to get more easier.
Facts.
So that's why we get scared.
I kind of feel like this is a good opportunity for us to be more vocal with our opinions, though, because like in a way, as much as I could say something crazy, like if y'all thought it was crazy, y'all are like the filter that exists in the podcast. Because let's say I said something crazy and y'all both disagree with me, like we can have the conversation right here, and then people will see the conversation live. So
in real time.
so I do think that like a lot of the times we shouldn't be so concerned about saying something too wild, because most of the time somebody, if there's 4 of us here or a guest, like somebody is not going to agree with whatever narrative that is, or maybe not, or maybe just see something wrong with it, or see something that could be adjusted. So I think that we could be more, a little, not, I wouldn't say like be a loose cannon, always be careful with what you say, period.
Right.
But, we
No,
can,
I agree.
Go ahead.
Well, no, the thing I was gonna say is, so we've been doing this for 20 episodes. I told y'all a couple weeks ago I would like sat down with my grandfather and he was like telling me a bunch of wild stories. One of them I shared. One of the things he was saying was just basically to make sure, and I mean he's talking to a photographer, so he knows I'm documenting my life. But he's like, just make sure you document your life, because you're gonna look up and you're gonna be my age one day, and you see a picture or something. It's like, oh, that was around the time when I did that, and we had just bought the house, and then we got the dog, and he was only this little. So what we're doing by putting ourselves in front of the camera, it serves a bunch of different purposes. Entertainment, we obviously want to grow a business. We have different goals with it, but one thing we got to remember that we're doing, like, this is a moment in time. 10, 15 years down the line, no matter where we are in life, we'll be able to look back at these episodes and be like, damn, that was a moment in time. Like, we were there. We were all here together. Like that, we lived through that.
I mean, this is kind of like a living time capsule that we're doing, because for the things we're talking about,
for sure,
and the people, like, you know, it's definitely really cool that we're able to do this, because
for sure,
there's a lot of people out there that can't get their voice out, they can't get their opinions out, they can't do this with their friends and people that they actually enjoy. Kind of like our next subject with Skip and Shannon, you know, coming up soon. So, but yeah, man, it's just it's super cool that we're doing this. We're just getting started. We want to get our people involved more. There's so much more I want to do. There's so much with merch, with potential giveaways, with more outside events, with more get to know behind the scenes content and footage and stuff, because we have the best talented people behind the camera, behind the microphone, behind the production that you can find.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And I paid them in popcorn and Pepsi. So, you know, it's a blessing. Sometimes pizza too. So, no, man, we're super. One more round of applause, because 20 episodes is a milestone. We're super thankful. If you guys have a favorite moment of us that you guys have watched or heard, please put that in the comments. Tag us on IG. We would love to hear. We want to repost. And also, we want to practice what we preach too. Because we don't want to just say, oh, well, how come people don't share us? We're not sharing anybody. So if you're a young entrepreneur, if you have a business, if you have something that you want to share and do stuff like that, tag the Queued Up Podcast, or at least tag me. I'll say tag DJ Aaron Michael as well. And the guys want to get in on that too. I'll let them speak their own mind on that. But if you want to tag me, as long as it, you know, it's something that I like, oh, okay, I see you and I respect you, I will repost, I will like, I will comment, I will share, whatever the case is. And if you follow the page, we'll follow you back for a limited time right now, because, you know what I mean, we like to keep the ratio. You know what I mean? We like to keep it.
Yeah.
But
I have a different theory on that. But
what do you think? We should just run it up and see who follows back?
I think if when you're talking to somebody and they say, oh, I have 1 million followers, is your next question, how many people do you follow?
Okay. No, not at all.
So that's just me. I don't necessarily, but this is also an older theory based on the follow back thing with Instagram. Mm-hmm. I think Instagram has moved way further away from that model, but I think it doesn't really matter how many people you're following if you're growing a following. Like, no one is like, oh, I have 1 million followers, but you follow this many people, so it doesn't really, you really only got like 2,000. Like,
I guess that is an old stigma, for me.
Yeah, it's like, so the ratio, I feel differently about it.
See, I'm just pissed off because there's fake pages of me, and those motherfuckers got like 5,000 followers and only 3. I'm like, well, why is that ratio?
They may not be real followers,
but it looks real to them.
But see, that's the thing. No, you believe them. That's the thing.
Because it's my face.
Look, we want to build a community here. This is what we want to build, engagement with real people. You could pull up on us. Aaron posts his schedule every week. Like, you can talk to us. We're real people. We're in the community. We live and work here in the Valley. So we just want to build a community of like-minded individuals. If whether you agree or don't agree, or you just want to be in on the conversation, or put a little 2 cents in, or, hey, you forgot this part about that one thing. That's all we want to do. Yeah. We just want to build a community.
Absolutely. And Marcy's right. See, he's the angel on my shoulder, and Artie's the
I don't know, man.
Artie's the angel from Glendale.
Hey, you gotta I'm Mr. Glendale.
Mr. Glendale.
I was gonna say one thing that I seen that was just kind of an interesting observation of doing a podcast. A lot of the times when I'm talking to girls and they find out that I do a podcast, they're like real sketchy about that. And I can understand why, because of the climate of like YouTube, and it's all guys podcast. I think they think we're just on here like
blasting women.
Like, I hate. We're not doing
fair.
We're not doing that, and it's just funny to me because like they always I've gotten that question like 4 times now, like, oh, so you're on a podcast? And I'm like, yeah.
With that
is that like a new red flag now?
Yeah, like it's low key. I feel like it's low key a red. I wouldn't say it's a red flag, but it's definitely like a caution.
Yellow flag.
There's some little caution tape around it, and then they're like, oh, so like, what do you guys talk about? You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, oh, I mean, we talk about like current events. We talk about everything. And then I kind of like I'll take the air out the out the
tension
sails,
out.
and I'd be like, we don't just sit there and bag on women if that's what you're worried about,
Right.
And they'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, no,
Right.
that's okay, cool, yeah. I'm curious.
Because I mean, that's the stuff that gets the most view now. The most views now is relationship talks and dudes trying to tell women what they can and what they can't do. Some of it is it's entertaining. A lot of it's entertaining, but then we didn't want to just be like that without having a woman here to give her opinion on some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
But honestly, that's both though, because I'm seeing I see all these girl podcasts and they just do the same thing, just bag on dudes. Guy podcasts, they just bag on women, and then you get like the ones where they bring some people on. But you know what? At this point, I'm just like, bruh, these conversations are getting old. Like, how many times y'all going to talk about this shit?
It's
Like,
low hanging fruit.
yeah, it really is, and it's like, hopefully, when people see a podcast like ours where we're consistently talking about new topics, I think that although we might not have that low-hanging fruit concept, I think that we have the potential for long-term quality because we're actually talking about new stuff every single time you guys see us. We're not talking about the same topics and subjects. Occasionally,
unless it's like an update to it, like John Moran or some shit. Yeah.
But exactly. So I'm like, I think just because we're in the novelty phase, like you were saying, sometimes we look at it and go like, damn, man, what's going on? But I think long term, looking at this is something that we can continue to do, feel good about doing, good about showing up and doing.
Yeah.
And it's not like it's just as simple as that. It's not that low hanging fruit shit. And every once in a while we're gonna talk about some things and get a little controversial.
Look, we gonna talk about everything, man. We're gonna talk about current events, old events, sports, video games, movies, relationships. We're gonna keep trying to get more diverse guests. Like so far we've had my boy Confidence Chris, who's been amazing. Eric Bernal, who's been amazing. My boy Freshmaker, who's been amazing as well. So
Ryan, guest list.
Ryan from Guest. Oh my gosh,
He pulled up in the Rolls Royce, boy.
Yeah, that man stepped off the court.
I probably
side.
shouldn't have. Damn it! I don't know if I should have said that. I don't want to put my man's business out there, but it's a
I don't
beautiful,
think that's just
beautiful vehicle.
It's not
I'm a
private.
car guy.
It's not private. And shout out to the family from the guest list. They have their podcast coming up soon too, so we're going to be supporting them as well.
Nice.
It's going to be insane.
I'm sorry, Ryan. I didn't mean to put your business out
It's
there.
him,
but
Ryan.
It's a
him.
beautiful vehicle.
I can see Ryan doing the nah, chill.
With his ice blinding you.
I know, right? Yeah, he's going to use his necklace and make some memories.
You know who'd be funny to see talk together, low key, would be Chris and the Freshmaker.
Oh, Chris and Fresh?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
I feel
Jello.
like they would, I feel like that would be a funny conversation. Like, even if we just need to get them in a room and then Charlie, you just hide in like the corner and record it or something.
Oh, gosh.
And then, we could probably blackmail every single one of them.
Wow. Wow, man. And Aaron, no, we just, one of these days, we just need to have all of our guests that we've had and just
That's
have
funny.
a mega show and just
They
talk
would
about-
all get along too. Like,
Yeah,
all very
low-key.
That
solid
conversation would be
dudes.
ham.
Very
Chewy, can we
solid
set up
dudes.
6 more mics?
6 more
We
months.
need like
I got you.
hey, we need the big table. You got the big table in there.
If we use the corporate room, that'll be.
And everybody got to wear a suit.
That's some all digital. That's some all
round table.
digital shit. Oh man.
that'd be tight.
No, but thank you guys for 20 episodes. We're trying to support everybody. Like and comment the page. Follow us. We follow you back. No questions asked for a limited time though. All right, so you got to get on that shit. Get on it. Let me see. Cue point number 2. All right. Like we kind of hinted at a little bit earlier. Uncle Shannon.
Uncle Shay Shay.
Uncle Shay Shay, you know what I'm saying? AKA the founder of Club Shay Shay, his very popular podcast.
Yep.
Former NFL tight end, Hall of Famer, Super Bowl winning tight end, Shannon Sharp,
Yeah.
has apparently come to a buyout agreement from Fox Sports 1, and he will no longer be doing Undisputed. I think he has a few more episodes left on the deal, and then word around the block is that he's going to be gone. So
How we feel about that?
how do we feel? Number one, who watches Undisputed? Who's watched clips and who knows who Shannon Sharp is?
I've seen like a lot of clips, but I don't really watch like TV like that.
Every single morning when I go to work, I check out.
Did
the
that be
clip
First Take for you now?
First. Oh, well, I do watch or listen to First Take as well. Because I watch it on YouTube, so like I'll pull it up on YouTube on my phone as I'm like driving in. So yeah, pretty much every day for me. That's like a part of my like social media like consumption.
Okay.
So if something big happened, especially in sports, I go to Undisputed because I want to hear what Shannon has to say.
True.
I'm not gonna lie, I've been kind of like programmed to be a big Stephen A. Smith fan. I do like Stephen. I like Stephen, but I missed when Shannon was on like First Take, and it would be him and Stephen going back and forth. And then ever since Shannon got put on with Skip, that kind of became like the perfect balance of Skip from his like conspiracy theory bunker and how he says, because he be coming at people sideways, and then Shannon Sharp being like the and he's a biased LeBron fan. I mean, as a LeBron stan.
Yeah.
You know, he's very strong in his opinions. Chewy, have you been watching Undisputed or anything like that?
I'm in the same boat as Artie. I just kind of catch up on the clips, you know, like here and there. Like
Okay.
typically like during like playoff time, you know, just so I can hear them just kind of just talk shit back and forth basically.
It's amazing television,
No, it's
man.
good.
Like
it's entertaining, so I mean, I feel he's going to be missed.
Shannon, the only dude that can really pull up talking about drinking some hen dog, wearing a goat mask, having a black and mild in his ear, freaking. Now Skip, no, come on, Skip. No, Skip. No, Skip. He made Skip a 5-letter word.
Skill.
SKIUP.
I feel like my favorite thing was when he was talking about the Will Smith joint, and he was talking about like he was like, if it was me, I'd have slapped it. Like he was not playing it, but it was just funny because like to us, I feel like he really is that he gives you that uncle vibe. Like, oh, this is Unc for real. Like I don't know. Like and we don't get I don't feel like we get that much as black folk. We don't get that kind of representation on like those big media sources. So to see him be that character, that archetype, Unc archetype, and then other people get to experience it too. Yeah. So like everybody get to feel what it is like to have that Unc. You know, what I'm saying, with the black and mild.
He definitely talk like he just keeps it real. Like his tone and his delivery is just like old country. Just you know what you're gonna get with Shannon Sharp.
No, that's just who he is, and it's just cool to see him. Like, because I don't think he'll be able to get away with stuff like that, like on ESPN. Like, he ain't gonna be drinking no hem dog, like, you know what I'm saying? like just swollen up and stuff. And him and Skip be like, it's my turn. Like, there you go, over there crying again, Skip. Over there crying, being a little baby. Like they be yelling. They go
at it. It's good though. It's great TV.
But do you think so? That moment now where him and Skip, where Shannon and Skip, when it kind of got real,
the DeMar Hamlin.
Yeah,
time.
Yeah.
It looks a bit different now, looking back at it in hindsight.
Because a lot of people thought that might have been maybe scripted just for entertainment and for clicks. But
we were watching that game. Me and my girl were making dinner, watching that game.
What'd y'all make for dinner?
What did we make that day? I don't know. If I had to guess, it was probably salmon.
Okay. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's random.
Right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
But we were making dinner, and like I looked up, seen an injury on the TV, and then like went back to making dinner and was like, oh wow, they're still on there. Like literally, I remember it so vividly. And then I literally went to Twitter, and I read Skip's tweet out loud to my girl, and she was like, wait, why would he say that in this moment? It was like, I don't know how the league is going to make such a hard decision to get back to the game, but like it was something the effect of, we got to get back to this game. Like,
somebody might have technically died, but he's back now.
He didn't really notice. None of us really knew the severity, and it just felt like he was only concerned about the game and how much money the league would be losing, and that was like the essence of the tweet. But it just came off very just like
tone deaf.
Yeah, super.
Yeah.
So to have that happen, and then the very next day, Shannon Sharp wasn't on the show. Like, remember, he sent the tweet. Then Shannon missed the next episode. And then when Shannon came back, he wanted to basically explain why he wasn't on the show. And Skip was like interrupting him. And that is that moment that you see on social media. And that's a big reason why a lot of people are saying why he's leaving. Because of that whole moment that happened.
And also, what, they've been together for 7 years now? And they've traveled and stuff like that. Like, there would be no Shannon, the media personality, without this show.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he was doing
Yeah.
other stuff on other networks and stuff, but this show made him
Elevated him.
Yeah, like
sure.
I think he's maybe like the third or fourth highest paid like sports personality now. Like he's not making Skip and Stephen A money, but he's not doing bad.
on his way, yeah.
No, he's good. So, Artie, do you blame Shannon for leaving like that? If like you were in a situation where like somebody, of course, like the show is for Skip, and like you get put in a situation to where it's like you're not being heard and stuff like that, and you kind of feel disrespected.
I mean, like it really all depends on where you're at. I feel like if you're in a position where, you know, that's your only way you're getting any kind of bread, and then there's so many variables that go into that. And like, you know, because I think so many people will work a job, or just in general, most humans will probably do things that they don't want to do for a while if like it's their main source of income or something like that. So I think in his case, if he's making a step to make a change, like I think he most likely felt like he could make that move. Like he has his chips in order to, you know, make a switch, go somewhere else where he could potentially get bigger. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he has the personality for it for sure. He's one of the few sports personalities that like I don't watch a lot of that type of shit in general. Right. But I know who he is, and I like. You know, if I see him on the screen, I'm gonna probably stop.
He's the meme king, like the one when he's like,
yeah,
like Shannon is like the meme king, man.
The one that always makes me laugh is when it has that one song. Like, I can't think of the name of the song, but he's like in with the little glasses on and like the little blue fit. You know what I'm talking about? And it's like they use it for. It's like when. I can't even think of a meme that goes with it, but that's probably. But if I can find it, bro, I'm gonna have to send it to you because every time I see it, that shit cracks me up.
He does have hundreds of memes. I'm gonna tell y'all my favorite Shannon Sharp moment on the show, and then I'll ask yours.
Okay.
There was an episode. I don't exactly remember when, but it was right around the time of George Floyd, and it was obviously it was in 2020. And he got on, and him and actually, this is my favorite Skip moment as well. Mm-hmm. It was just this very real moment about like the state of the country, where we are, how we need to do better. We've made strides, but like we have so much further to go.
I remember that.
And it was just so eloquently put. Bro, I've literally watched that clip. It's like a 20-minute clip of him going into that, and then Skip goes into how he was raised by... basically his his African American, or I think she might have been Jamaican, like nanny, and they just both go into the story, and it was just so well put. And then at the end, her name is Jen, right? Jen Hale, or is that Jen?
That's Jen. Yeah, it's not Joy, it's Jen.
At the end, she's just like in tears, and I'm in tears, and I'm just like, bro, it was just so well put from Shannon. It was just this very raw, real moment. And I wish I knew like the title of the episode or the episode number, but they just like Shannon Sharp just goes into it. I was raised in the South. This is like what we had to go through. This is what it was. And it was just like this beautifully like vulnerable moment. And I was like, bro, this is somebody who you can really follow and look up to. And that's when I realized that in that moment.
Well, I think that was the beautiful thing with Undisputed was, since it wasn't on ESPN, and since they had to fight so hard to get to be, because First Take was God tier. You know what I'm saying? First Take was there when it was Skip and Stephen A. That was primetime TV and memes and all that shit. Like everybody knows who they were. Even if you didn't watch sports, you probably knew who they were.
Couldn't beat it.
So now with Skip and Shannon, they were able to be more authentic and more real and like just kind of let loose. And they had like Lil Wayne on and all these other celebrities and stuff like that. So when they were able to talk about stuff like that, it was cool because they were able to be themselves. And Shannon's authentic. You ain't gonna get nothing fake from him. My favorite thing that I seen Shannon do, besides when he drank the Mountain Dew and he was like, "Oh boy!" Like when he drank that Mountain Dew, Shannon was getting me hype. Nah, when he almost literally fought the entire Memphis Grizzlies team.
Oh yeah, yes, with the blue cardigan,
blue card,
yeah.
Look,
there's something about Shannon Sharp that just reminds me of like my grandparents, like my,
because he with the shits, he old school. You know what I'm saying?
Old school.
He old school like Granddaddy and Cole Henny.
That is a good moment though, because he was with the smoke.
Yeah, because bro, a lot of them little Memphis Grizzly punks. I mean, like Ja and Dylan Brooks and all them. All they want to do is talk shit. But you go against somebody that's not afraid of you.
And Shannon Sharp, you don't want to run up on Shannon Sharp. I'm sorry.
He's a monster, bro.
I don't know. I'm sorry. Throw the age shit out the window. This is a professional athlete. You don't want to.
I'm not
on
fighting
Shannon
Shannon.
Sharp.
I'm not fighting.
No, he's yeah. Like I've seen pictures of him like just like fresh off a workout, like bro.
with a do rag and
he's a
prime time.
Yeah,
he looked like he looked like dead ass. He looked like an old prison.
Yep.
motherfucker. Like,
Yeah.
He could take the suit
sure.
off and like look like straight up. That sounds kind of.
He looked like if
he
Wesley
could play a
Snipes
role.
kept working out.
But he,
It looked like if Wesley didn't go to jail and he just kept working out.
But I think something about him that young men can follow is that he's going to stand on his shit and he's going to speak what's on his mind. And again, like you said, he seems to have good intentions. So even if he said something crazy, it's like his intentions are pure, and he just wants to be like, he's gonna speak his mind as men should. Women speak your mind as well. I say men because I'm a man. You know what I'm saying? But as we should speak your mind, be independent in your thoughts. Like that's how I feel when I watch him, and you don't feel like that when you see a lot of people who are constantly on television. A lot of the times it just don't feel like they a lot of people even believe what they be saying sometimes. So I feel like he does though.
Chewy, what's your favorite Shannon moment? And or Skip and Shannon moment, either or.
Honestly, I totally forgot about him, like about to square up with the whole team. So didn't he have some smoke with Ja's dad too?
I think
that was in that same.
Yeah, I think that's the same realm. But Ja's dad, he just a clout chaser, bro.
Oh,
Just-
straight up, dude.
T. Morant just wanted to be on the
I
sideline.
definitely would like to see him like go at it.
T. Morant too busy worrying about his Usher lookalike competition. he got going on.
Isn't he the one who's like, that ain't no problem. That's not a problem.
That ain't no problem.
Yeah,
That ain't no problem.
that's my favorite,
Yeah,
bro.
that's
I've
good.
used that a
That ain't no
million
problem.
times
That
for
ain't no problem.
anything. Bro.
Yo, there's a Club Shay Shay episode with Shannon Sharp, and he interviews Steve Harvey.
Wow.
I would recommend it. That is like mentorship on 1,000.
Two uncles. is
Like just two
shooting the
old
breeze.
wise who done been through it all. Like both grew up kind of rough, like in like just from humble beginnings. Like that episode, I would highly recommend you go watch.
Okay. Yeah, man. So excited to see what Shannon does next. Apparently Stephen A is recruiting him to come to first take. Maybe he might get his own show. But you know.
Would you want to see him on First Take though?
Only I would rather see if it was like him and Stephen A.
It wouldn't be though, because
If
then
it
you
was
got
him and Stephen A,
JJ.
that would be really.
But that'll be interesting too. Like
And-
him with JJ and him with you
And
know who that
Perk.
fucking
Mad Dog. You
Perk.
talking about Mad Dog? Russo?
Yeah, Mad Dog, bro. I hate Mad Dog. I don't hate him as a person,
He
but
an
just he's
old
some
New York
old
dude.
yeah, bro. Like, well, Bob Cousy, like, bro,
Yeah.
shut the hell up. We
I
nobody
don't
cares
even know
about
if
Bob
he's from
Cousy.
New York, but he East Coast for sure.
Yeah, man. Talk about like LeBron's good, but I don't know. He ain't no West Unseld head ass. Like, bro, like relax.
Shannon gonna flourish wherever he go though. That's for sure.
We gonna support Uncle Shay Shay. And hey, if you ever want to come to Queued Up Podcast, if you're in Arizona, Shannon, you could definitely be a guest. All right, we'll have Chewy pick you up in his Rolls Royce. Yo. Wait a minute. Stop the episode. Stop the damn episode, y'all. We have breaking news right here just for you guys. The Queued Up Podcast is now aligned with the one and only legendary MANSCAPED.
Let's go.
All right.
go,
Yes, we got the
baby.
merch. All right, we got all the goodies and everything like that. We've been using it for a while now. I'm even holding the new Lawnmower 4.0, and this shit has actually changed my life. It has changed it. RC, what has Manscaped done for you and your love life so far, man?
Hey, man, you know, I got my queen at home, and let's just be honest, fellas. We've all been there. Everyone's got a shave down there. We've all been there when you get nicked and cut up. I am no different than everyone else. And I'll just be honest, I fully expected to have that experience with the Lawnmower 4.0, and it didn't happen. I was waiting for it, too. You know those problem areas, the hard to reach, the
Yeah.
little crevices?
The reach around.
Hey, man, you just got to be honest. I was fully expecting to have a problem with it. Didn't have a problem.
There we go.
And, yeah, things have been smooth. It's a whole new ball game down there.
Oh my
No
gosh,
pun
you
intended.
just had to get that one in. Okay, Artie, bro, what do you think about Manscaped ever since you've been using it? How has it changed your life?
Man, like I was saying before, I never had that good of a relationship with my balls in the past. Like RC said, I've definitely, nicked and cut. And after a while, you and your balls, you just don't get along. So now with Manscaped, I feel like I can really, like it said, I want my balls to thank me. Okay. And look, press a button real quick. Look at that. You see that? There's a light on there for precision. You can shave your balls in the dark. Okay. That's my favorite thing about it.
That's going to be very important. Yo, we got a big deal with you guys right now. Go to manscaped.com right now. If you've been a fan of our podcast, if you've been watching us from day one, use the code queued up at the point of purchase. You will save 20% off with Manscaped for a limited time. So y'all got to go do this thing quick. RC, let them know one more time.
Once again, manscaped.com. Use the offer code queued up. That's CUEDUP at checkout for 20% off of your total order.
There we go, man. Hey, Queued Up Podcast, Manscaped. We love y'all. Now back to the episode. Peace out. So now it's going to be time for us to go ahead and break into the Hot Cues segment. We're going to.
Before we do that,
Oh,
you got 30 seconds.
don't you do this.
Oh my
to me.
God, do it.
And you cannot name anyone you named before. I'm looking at the time. I'm looking at the timer.
No.
You got 30 seconds. You thinking about it. Name 10 white women. Go.
Meghan Trainor, Britney Spears, oh my gosh. Lindsay Lohan, Hillary Duff. Gosh, I can't think of anybody else. Megan Fox.
Chewy.
What's her name? The chick from Twilight. What's her name? Kristen Stewart.
It's over. It's over, dog.
No.
Come on, man.
Amber Heard.
Who's the other girl from Charlie's Angels? 51st
Stop,
Dates?
stop, bro. You blew it.
It's over.
You do it.
It's time.
You name
Hey,
10
man.
white girls in 30 seconds.
Hey,
It wasn't his.
man.
It wasn't his.
You didn't ask.
Hey, you can't just you can't do that. I gotta name 20 white women in a minute. What I look like?
Hey, dog.
What's her
Get 'em
name?
ready.
Don't ask me that.
Drew Barrymore.
Don't ask me that
Damn.
I'm just saying, it could be anything. You
That's
never
some-
know what. You
that's
never
some
know what it could
bullshit.
be. You never know what it could be. I
You
can
know,
say
I'm
names.
glad I
Okay,
did.
Artie, you ready?
Oh shit.
It's
And
a
you
different-
can't name anyone that I named.
Nope. It's a different question. It could be anything.
Oh,
you ready?
go.
We're gonna do this real
I'm
quick.
always ready.
This is kind of easy though.
All right.
But it's gonna be harder for Artie.
Oh shit.
Name 10. You got 30 seconds.
All right.
When it gets to 45,
All right.
name 10 point guards.
We got Chris Paul.
Okay.
We got wait, Derek Fisher.
Okay.
Okay.
We got Steve Nash. We got
Got about 15
Hit
seconds.
the horn, Chewy.
no, chill. Y'all
Get him.
I need
Go
five.
ahead.
crickets.
Go ahead.
Give him
Go
the
ahead.
crickets.
Go ahead.
We got
Artie.
I don't need no
10 point guards.
You can't even get more than. You can't even get 5.
it's
No,
over.
see,
That's time.
it's 'cause the
Steph
pressure.
Curry.
I told you.
It's
Dame
the pressure,
Lillard.
bro. It's the pressure, dog.
Hey, man.
It's the pressure.
All right. Are we good with the okay?
Yeah.
All right. So you got 30 seconds. Name 10 black movies that every black person should have seen.
Okay.
And go.
Friday. Boys in the Hood.
Uh-huh.
Don't Be a Menace. Menace to Society.
Okay.
Roots. Higher Learning.
15
Medea.
seconds. Okay. Medea, why?
Any Medea. Diary of a Mad Black Woman. Best Man. The Wood.
Okay.
That's 10, ain't it?
That's 9.
Oh, shit.
That's 9. Crickets.
Next Friday.
I feel like Friday should all be in one.
Hey, man.
You know what? A round of applause because at least I get somebody past the 30-second hot challenge.
Gotta be ready, dog.
Oh my gosh!
I like that. Bring some energy to the episode.
When you
I
said
like that.
when you said roots, I've never seen your eyes get so big before. You said like roots.
I'm digging, bro. I don't know.
You didn't say the color purple though, so I don't know.
yeah.
Yep. Well, all right. Now we're gonna go ahead and get into some hot cues. All right. And speaking of black actors and actresses, there's a big rumor going around that Jonathan Majors is now dating Megan Good. They've been seen at a few places spotted together and stuff like that. So how do we feel about Mr. Majors with Megan Good?
Megan Good. Shit, good shit, dog.
Yeah, she seems like a really stand-up, strong woman. So and also, hey, I mean that looks like a pretty cool Black power couple, which we always need more of. So
I'm gonna just be respectful. This is family. So beautiful Black couple.
were you related to Jonathan Majors?
Beautiful Black couple, yo. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to falsely claim anybody, so that's not what I'm saying. But it's just a beautiful Black couple.
Oh, okay. So you pulling up in a Rolls Royce?
Shoot.
You think he learned his lesson? Because wasn't the other girl,
White woman?
Yeah. He's like, I'm done with this.
Yeah,
You
dog.
know what? I should have believed him. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh man, I'm never going back, head ass.
I'll take you.
Hey man, Jonathan, you deserve all the wins, bro. Hopefully you get everything back on track. You get your deals back, bro. We're wishing you the best as long as everything checks out.
Hey, you know what? Speaking of Jonathan Majors, my bad. I seen the Ant-Man movie, and people were saying that it was bad or something. I ain't gonna lie. I thought it was tight.
Most people said that he was good, but the movie was ass.
Yeah, he was super good in it. He made the movie good because
He made the movie
he
for
was
sure.
believable. Like I was like, yo, I like this villain. Like he's making me feel because
No, Kang is that thing.
The mom, or no, not the mom. It was the grandma. She was a little corny to me. Very, very predictable lines.
The daughter was corny.
Nah, the grandma got on my goddamn nerves,
Yeah,
boy.
Yeah.
Why are you keeping all this shit from
That's
us?
what I'm saying. Like,
I think that was them really trying to cover a plot hole though, because they were trying to think of like, well, why
That's
did
Marvel.
you keep all this stuff from? But it did come off like, damn, girl.
and she dated the other guy even though she was married still at the same time. Like,
Yeah,
what was
but
that about? That was weird.
Nah, I felt that though.
She dated the
She was like, I had to get mines off. I had to get my rocks off.
Whoa.
and
What
then
did
your
she say?
husband.
Did she say some shit?
Yeah,
like
she
that?
did say something like that. And your husband's just sitting here like with them, like
Nah,
simping?
because he said he low key said the same shit though. He was like, "Hey, but God, I was out there doing."
He did.
You know what I'm saying? He was a scientist, and he could shrink and grow.
I mean, I think we all can shrink and grow a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's why we need Manscaped to help us stay clean. You know.
Come on, man.
Woo!
But
He
yeah,
was
no,
giving them
he was
Pym particles out there.
he was good in that movie for
In
sure.
particles. Many, hopefully more good vibes for Jonathan Majors and Megan Good if they are confirmed to be together. Happy for them. Hot Q number
Black
2,
love.
what it do? The Suns. All right, since we are based in Phoenix, we are a biased Suns. I think we all go for the Suns here. Suns. Chewy has a Suns tattoo on his lower back. You know, right next to the Suns gorilla. That's why you didn't deny it, because you know you do. Because you a dirty girl.
The Suns gorilla.
Yeah, yeah. So the Suns they hired
It say slam dunk.
it's him jumping off of a trampoline. Oh gosh, or him shooting the T-shirt cannon. No, the Suns have hired a new head coach, Frank Vogel, to a multi-year deal. Vogel was last coaching Vogel. It's fucked up because they got pictures. What's the comedian show with those 4 guys? I can't.
Impractical.
Oh,
Yeah,
Impractical Jokers.
they're saying that he looks like Joe from Impractical Jokers.
Oh,
kinda
he
does,
does.
though.
Damn,
And then they got pictures of
He
Monty
does.
looking right next to Montel Williams and shit. So
he does. Well, he is Monty Williams.
Yeah, he's Montel. But the Suns hired Vogel, and then we were able to keep our highly touted assistant coach Kevin Young. We made him the highest paid assistant coach in the league.
That's fire.
And then we also got David Fizdale, who was the former head coach of the New York Knicks and the Memphis Grizzlies, and he won rings with LeBron with the Big 3 era in Miami. So the Suns are getting some
Nice.
good coach. Hey, we loading up.
Nice.
How do we feel about that? Real quick, Hot Q. How do we feel about that?
I think it's honestly when I heard them announce Frank Vogel, I was like, that what he. I didn't even know he was in the running, but I was like, I'll take that.
Yeah, I think our number one get would have been Nick Nurse, and then we also wanted Ty Lue. But once I think Vogel was like 3rd because we didn't want Doc Rivers. Man.
Vogel is experienced. He has a good track record. I think he's a good, solid coach. I think it'll be good. And also, shout out to Monty Williams for becoming the highest paid head coach in the NBA.
In NBA history,
Yeah,
he's
in
literally
history.
making
Where he
more
at?
money than every player on that Detroit Pistons team besides one.
He's making $13
Damn.
million
I actually
a
didn't even
year.
know that.
Yeah, there's only one player making more
crazy.
money than him on the team right now, and
Yeah.
it's Bogdanovich.
You're getting $1 million a month to coach.
He said, y'all need to listen. Y'all broke.
Broke boys.
All right.
Get your bread up before you try to argue with me. Get your bread up.
Get on the bench, boy. Big bang versus little bang. What you got?
What you got in your pocket right now?
He deserves it though, man. He gonna have them boys out there, right? You know, going to
he
Bible
gonna do his
study
thing.
and all that.
Wow. Now Monty's gonna do a great
Deserve
job down there, not arguing with the refs and not calling a timeout to stop a 15-0 run. We love you, Monty. I'm not salty. Hey, man. All right, we could have beat the Nuggets, man. Like, if we just did a little bit more. I know we didn't have Chris, and DeAndre was a shell of himself. But the fact that we won 2 games, and we almost won game 2 in Denver until Chris freaking popped the pinky or something.
You think Frank Vogel putting up with DeAndre shit?
Gosh, man.
Nah.
I think, look, if DeAndre had beef with Monty, him and Frank could start on a good foot. And he's still a number 1 overall pick. And the potential for him to still be, he doesn't need to be Shaq circa 2002, but if we can get him to consistently just be a man.
Well, and
now we got Fizdale too, so we got some actual guys that can teach toughness, and they got rings and they got the repertoire. So, Artie, how do you feel about the coaching? If you know who these coaches are, because you couldn't name more than 5 point guards.
Bruh, look. I just seen what I seen. And they needed something. They needed something else. They needed a different kind of energy. I'm not saying that Monty was a bad coach, but they needed a different type of energy in the locker room.
No, you get blown out of 2 game 7s back to back like that, you got to go.
The only basketball I watch is literally watch the Suns play.
playoff basketball.
Really mostly the playoffs because
Don't be one of those. Oh,
That's fair enough.
well, I used to watch it. Come on, bro. I've been a Suns fan my whole life, so I used to watch.
You
all
couldn't
the
name
games.
3 point guards.
Hey
Yeah,
man,
well, hey, you know
That-
what?
the
There's
pressure,
I can't.
you know,
I can't name a lot. Bro,
You gonna ask me about white women, but you can ask me about basketball because you know I got
Hey,
it.
you know what? He could have asked me about white women. Guess what? I wouldn't have known their names. He could have
It's
asked
a
me about
pressurized
Latinas.
situation, dog.
I don't
That's
know
the
their
whole-
names.
You can name 10 Latinas and things.
Yeah, but y'all don't know them.
he gonna feel like you're.
Yeah,
Chewy know. Chewy, how do you feel about the new head coaching hire, real quick?
I like the hire. He's always been touted as like a defensive minded head coach. So like we don't need help on offense. Let me tell you that for sure. So
Yeah.
I feel like if we could find a way to get more stops.
But now we got Kevin Young coaching the offense. We got Vogel doing the defense, and we got Chris Paul getting hell about a Phoenix. Yeah, we in good shape. You know what I'm saying? So we're actually gonna keep Chris. Chris, I just hope you're healthy. I seen him working out. He looked healthy. Just stay healthy, bro.
Just
Please.
stop breaking in the playoffs, bro. Please.
Also, shout out to Ish Wainwright. I seen him last night. Me and my boy was at dinner. I ain't gonna say where, but
Oh,
Ish Wainwright and this man's walked in, sat right next to us,
oh.
said what's up and all that.
Did you tell him to hit a fucking corner 3 every now and then, please? I know he got big shoulders.
Yeah, I'm like you tell him.
I'm like, hey, Ish. Yeah. Hey, man, you doing a great job, bro. Hey, you know,
Yeah,
keep doing
cool
it.
guy,
Hey,
though.
you deserve to play more than Terrence Ryan.
Cool guy though, nice. I was wearing my son's hat and stuff, and he walked in. We was mutual respect. They literally sat right next to us.
I've heard nothing but good,
Nice
positive
guy.
things
Why
about
would I
Ish.
feel a little weird though? Like if like a Suns player came in and like y'all know I'd be wearing like Suns gear, but if I had a Suns hat on, I feel like I'm a dick rider for real.
A little. If I knew I was gonna
like,
see him
damn.
and I put the hat on, then that's one thing.
He was
But
like,
it's
"Oh, you a fan, little man?
Yeah, I'd have
see,
been like,
now-
damn.
now-
what?
Here, let me sign your plate."
No, but we was there first. Like we was already in the spot. Y'all came and seen us.
He was like, "Man, I got groupies waiting for me wherever I go now." I'm
Oh,
like,
come
"Man,
on, son.
nah, Ish,
He comes
Ish
up,
seems
gives you a noogie.
oh, you're one of my little fans. and you're older than him.
I'm like, that's crazy because I'm older than him. That's what.
Oh man.
you know what you gonna do if Ish gets you the hell out of
What can you do? What you gonna do?
So you think you ain't gonna do nothing?
what can you do?
Them dudes is big.
Hell
like
yeah.
you're big, but they're big next to you.
Look, I love campaign, but I'm not afraid of campaign. All right, I'm gonna say that.
They ain't afraid of nobody.
I'm not afraid of nobody. Even though Cam's a
just pick
great
on-
But
guy.
I know
What
it
do
is
you
a
do
mother.
to you?
Ish got big shoulders, man. He played football, bro. I don't necessarily want to just take that challenge. You know?
No, RC, nah, you got 30 seconds to name 10 Marvel characters.
Okay,
Oh,
no,
that's
we're not
easy.
doing that right. We're not doing
ready,
that.
set.
Save that for next time.
Go.
No.
We'll do it.
Save that for next time.
because he didn't do well. What's the next
Shut up.
IQ?
All right.
Nah. See, because
Next cue. Stay on
What's
track.
the next cue?
Apple has a new. You introduced this one. How about that?
So Apple just unveiled their new headset. I forget what it's called. It's like the iWear or something like that. And it looks amazing. We both already. Do you have the Oculus?
No.
You've used it though. You've seen it.
Yeah, I've used it before.
Chewy, do you have an Oculus at home?
No, I do not.
Have you seen it or spent any time? with it?
I've played with like Oculus before though.
Nice. I have one at home. You got one?
I got one. I literally used it once and I never used it.
The Oculus is amazing. It's really dope. It's really good, but there is a level of fatigue that comes with using it.
Oh, for sure.
After a while, because it's just kind of heavy. So without even knowing it, you're using different neck muscles to kind of keep it up and keep it on. Pause. But this new Apple headset is supposed to be much lighter. It's supposed to be made out of carbon fiber. It's supposed to have a 4K display. And it's got like the see-through monitoring and all of that. And it looks amazing.
Yeah, the price point for it though is going to be $34.99 at least starting.
You gonna buy it?
Okay, yeah, but I don't have any kids and I got my own income and I like bougie shit. So
I'm
I'm
gonna
just
be
gonna buy
honest,
this to have it.
$3,500. If real shit, all I was gonna use it for was jerking off. I might as well just go. By the way, you want me to say something crazy right now? Legalize. I think they should legalize prostitution. But
Whoa, where did that come from?
I said I was gonna say something crazy today.
Break the glass.
I didn't get to earlier.
Is it not in some places already?
Well, I'm saying like legalize it. Fuck it.
Just let it fly.
Literally.
Legalize it.
Okay.
But anyways, like
On what
30
basis though?
it just makes it safer. It makes it makes you allowed to control it. And also, if I'm being honest,
So you want to regulate it, is what you're saying?
Huh?
You want to regulate it?
Yeah.
So that's like that one
Regulated?
city, like I forgot. I think it was somewhere in Oregon that they legalized like the use of in like a certain area you can use like narcotics like meth and stuff like that.
Right.
And like it's just-
I just feel like, yeah, legalize it.
I don't know how we got from the Apple headset to that.
But what I was saying was my point is this is like if it was legalized and then you were gonna just spend $3,500, might as well just
Oh,
the
I
real
see.
thing.
I see where you're going with it.
yeah, but then why would
It's
you
an
want to real
economics
thing? Just because you
argument.
can, if you wanted to go pick up on a person of the evening like that, what if you don't want to deal with that? You just,
And just speaking
it costs the same amount. If I gotta go pick up on a girl,
yeah, but you own the headset. You got
But
that
see,
whenever.
and that's for you. So like that may be an option for you, but for those on the married end of the spectrum who just want to just
is that cheating though?
that's a conversation you got to have with your significant other.
with AI. No, I feel like that shit cheating. If it's because now
so
too many.
if you're gonna cheat, then go all the way out there and cheat.
Yeah, if you're gonna cheat, go, go get risky.
I'm just saying though, bro.
That's crazy.
Have you seen Black Mirror episodes with how far VR is going?
Oh shit! Yeah, I see
so-
what to do.
Yeah.
What was the name of that? Snake Strike?
I don't know. It was just Anthony Mackie
Black
and his bro.
Snake
And that
Strike.
ruined video games for a lot of bros. Cause now all women think of
yeah,
that episode.
bro.
Like, is that where you like playing Madden with your friends?
Yeah,
Like,
that's-
Come on.
That shit was that shit was written by a mad housewife, bro. I'm sorry, she was mad. She was like, you know what I think you guys are doing in a couple of years.
Yeah, that's what you be
I'm
doing
just-
on that game.
I'm just salty at how well they were. They were like acting in that episode. Like he was at dinner and was just like, but man, like what? Come on! I thought we could just play one more time. like the acting was so. It was so convincing. I was like mad watching it. Like, dog, what is this?
I didn't even watch it because I'm a video
Bro,
game.
it just
Wait, so you haven't seen the episode?
I know I've seen bits and pieces of it. I haven't sat down and watched- I know what happens. I just
so the dude who turned the dude becomes the girl, right?
This shit's crazy.
Man, just
you're not even saying nothing.
because he just getting
I
digitally
know
pulverized,
what
boy.
you're
Like,
saying.
oh my god, he just
gosh.
getting digitally clapped up. That shit is funny as fuck to me, bro.
Wow.
Don't ruin Street Fighter for me, man.
It wasn't Street Fighter.
I know, but it was like a game that was like.
You
Fighter.
watch the episode and then you can say something about it.
All right, last cue. Where did this all go wrong? So
VR
Gunna,
headset.
So Gunna has a new music out, and there's been clips of what's going on, and Chewy's just been laughing all fucking day. There's Gunna has new music out, and there's been clips of his song being played in nightclubs in Atlanta. And literally, the crowd has just stopped moving. People stopped dancing. People stopped vibing. Like this one dude was like, "Man, this place was jumping. It was litty." And then Gunna came on, and people just stopped because there's allegations that Gunna possibly had snitched his way to get out of him being in jail and maybe told on the squad. We don't know for sure. He says he didn't. Whatever the case is.
So they really not messing with him like that out in Atlanta.
Apparently not, because that's only really in Atlanta. Because I still play Gunna out here in Phoenix and Scottsdale, and nobody really gives a shit.
Do they even know yet that it's Gunna that's playing?
Probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gunna. I heard that new Gunna song. I ain't gonna lie, that shit was kind of hard.
It was fire?
Yeah.
Gunna's good, man.
So, I mean, real shit, though, that is, somebody made a good point. They were like, yo, if a lot of these rappers, though, who's talking shit about Gunna is like, well, at least y'all got to drop better music.
Right.
Like, if you gonna come out and try to talk shit, like, your shit got to sound better. Like, his shit, he might be a snitch, but he's cooking.
He be in the pocket,
that
for sure.
shit, yeah.
He be in the pocket,
in
for
that
sure.
pocket. Made me start saying, maybe he didn't say nothing.
Do y'all feel any kind of way, like, obviously there's a very surface level conversation on the internet about snitching, quote unquote. Mm-hmm. I'm doing air quotes. Mm-hmm. But do y'all feel any type of way, like, how do y'all feel about the whole, like actual snitching? Like, obviously we're civilians and we're just regular people. So do you feel any type of way if someone doesn't have a problem either calling the police or cooperating with the powers?
Look, man, you only get one life to live, okay? And if you're going to do some illegal shit that could potentially get you in jail or harm somebody else or do anything that's not being a good citizen or whatever the case is, then whatever price you got to pay, that's what you got to pay. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, guilty by association is a real thing as well. So you got to be careful about who's in your circle, because when you get to a point where, hey, you choose who you're friends with or you choose who you connected with. In some situations, that might not be the case, and you're just, hey, I didn't know, and those are the unfortunate situations. But in a lot of them, you choose who your people are. So,
use what you pay for, man. That's what I think.
Yeah. So for me, it's kind of like, if I wasn't involved with anything, and if I was not, and if I chose, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I was just completely not involved, me and myself, man, I just don't want to put myself in that situation for me to have to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
So you singing is what you're saying.
I don't want to go to jail for nobody.
Use what you pay for.
I'm not going to jail.
That's a fact.
So, and what I mean by that, use
Don't
what
tell
you
me
pay
shit.
for is, my guy, if you a square and you go to work every day and you just doing your thing, then you've been paying taxes, and when you call 911, you done paid for it already. It's part of your subscription as an American citizen. But if you getting this money illegally under the table, you ain't paying no damn tax. Don't you can't mess with the police. They not on your team. You ain't pay no damn police to work for you. So if you pay for it, you can use it. So it just really depends. And I'm only using that as an example for anything that they're doing, because they're talking about racketeering and drugs and shit like that. But that's my one perspective on it. The other perspective is, if you're doing illegal shit, you know the consequences getting into it. Right. So if you get caught up, for you to throw somebody else down in the process when you knew what you was signing up for, nah, that's not cool. But if you on the outside and you are guilty by association because maybe it's your cousin or something like that, but you like, yo, I'm good. I just got back from my 9-hour shift at Taco Bell.
Yeah.
That's not snitching. That's
right.
That's actually crazy that your cousin will let you go down for some shit that he did. So if somebody's willing to do that to you, they don't care about you. Yeah. So that's not snitching. But if you partaking in illegal activities, then it's, that's what you were risking. That's how you were making the money. Remember when I was telling you all about the risk, like how 4 ways that people can make money? That's why they make so much money, is because you're putting so much risk up front, because what you're risking is years of your life if you get caught. That's why the money comes real easy when you do illegal shit.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's literally like, if you're gonna play that game and play that system, then you're gonna win whatever prize you're gonna win. And a lot of times you don't really hear good stories after, like, how that shit ends, whether with somebody dead or in jail.
Yeah,
You know,
most times.
Either
Most
way,
times.
yeah.
Which jail is crazy nowadays. Like honestly, I seen this video since we're gonna talk about this. I seen this video of like these dudes in jail, and literally, number one, everybody has cell phones in jail now, which is insane.
Yeah, not everybody, but yeah.
A lot of people do.
I
Like,
be
can get
watching
'em.
TikTok
You can
lives.
get 'em.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
be cooking
no-
noodles and shit.
Yeah, be cooking like fucking rice on like the stairs and hibachi style.
Yeah.
These dudes were literally doing like tumbling exercises where they're like flipping each other.
Oh, I see that shit.
Yeah, like you had to
That's
do
crazy.
flip to hit his head on like the stairs, and somebody commented like, "Yeah, I'd be mad as hell if somebody like did something dirty to like a friend or a family, and these dudes in there flipping and smiling and laughing and shit."
I got
That's one way to look at it. Yeah,
It's crazy though.
it is. I mean, but honestly, that's kind of always how prison has been. We just able to see into it now because they got cell phones in there. But
I'm just saying, I wouldn't want to see it. You know what I'm saying? Like you're supposed to be in there rehabilitating, and it's not supposed to be fun. And I know a lot of it's not fun. But
well, yeah, I'm like, look at you. You just said they were cooking rice on the stairs, but where they walk up and down every single day. What?
well, they had like a tray.
Well, yeah, but still, what's fun about that?
Nothing's fun, but I'm saying though, but just like prison, I feel like it has just come a long way than what it used to be. I mean, I ain't never been, and God, I don't ever want to go. But
I mean, it's not like I think people have this perception of when you go to prison, you're supposed to just be like how they was on Life, just like breaking rocks, making big rocks into little rocks.
Yeah.
I mean, the people in there, especially if you in there for any amount of time, you got to make the best of it. Whoa, is this?
I think it's just lint.
It's like you gotta make the best of it. This is your life now for the next, let's just say 5-7 years. You gonna mope around for 10 years straight? Or
I'm just saying,
it's not. But see, that's the thing is like truly rehabilitation. Like rehabilitation is rehabilitation, not punishment.
Right.
So that's the
that
thing
should
about
be both.
prison
No,
is-
it's semi punishment and rehabilitation because some people aren't going to be getting out. Some people are going to be in there for life.
So you think it should just be punishment?
No, I don't think that either. I think like everybody should be still treated as humans, and it shouldn't just be just inhuman unless you did just some heinous shit, which some people have done. You know what I'm saying?
Have you ever went to visit somebody in prison?
No, I have not.
Like you never did a jail visit?
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you might think about it a little bit differently. If
No, I'm saying I think there's a lot of cases in which people when they do get out, they're better than when they went in, and it's, you know
Right.
if it's every situation is different. There's a million different situations and cases, and a lot of times, hey, if you're able to go in there and actually learn some stuff and actually want to reconcile for what you did if you did something wrong, and it's something that you can come back from.
Right.
You know, like if you didn't take a life or anything like that or whatever the case is, then like, hey, more props and more respect to you. You know,
I would have to do my research because I haven't looked into this in a long time. But I used to be really like fascinated with the American prison system, and what I had noticed when I did research, and again, this may have changed. That's why I'm putting that caveat on there. Is like it didn't really seem like rehabilitation or
ain't no rehab.
like
going on there.
them coming out a better person was their priority. A lot of it seemed like it was financially beneficial for these companies to use a lot of prison labor.
Yep.
Now I don't want to get too deep like that's onto some conspiracy type shit, but yeah, like if it was rehabilitation, I think that there would be a lot more, there would be a lot more like school, like focus on them getting college educations and things like that. Which I know that happens too, because I actually know somebody who is, I think they got like 2 more years left. But I sometimes check on like that. You can like look at their little jail or prison transcript, and like he's gotten degrees, and it shows that he puts in a lot of hours as like a teacher. So like he teaches other people, but yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know if things have changed a lot since I've watched that and looked into it, but. Yeah, I don't know.
I think it's just a mixed bag of just a lot of different. Like, there's some good, there's some bad, and there's some like, what the hell is even going on in there? And I mean,
Yeah.
it's just wild. Real quick, one more thing. I seen this video on Twitter. Thank Twitter. Of like this woman. So this man's dating this woman, and this woman has been sending $300 a week to her ex, who she now calls a friend, from her now man's bank account into his jail account.
Hold on. So she's with her and her current boyfriend are not in prison.
Correct.
And she's sending money from the current boyfriend to the ex-boyfriend in prison.
Without his knowledge until we found out. What would you do if that was you? What would you do? And she's like, that's my friend, and I'm going to do anything I can to help my friend. He has nobody else to help him.
Is
No,
it
yeah,
her
you're gonna do
money?
anything you can, not what I can. Why am I helping your friend?
Is it legitimately her money? Or
It's either his money or their money.
That's tricky, dog. Because look, you could do whatever you want to do with your money.
Okay, but even if that was the case, though, even if
Nah.
but if that's your girl and you find out that she's sending money to her ex in jail,
Nah,
yeah,
Nah.
you do know,
Oh, no, dog.
you know, but I respect it, but you know,
Nah.
you know what's crazy? I asked a elderly woman who had been married her whole life. I'm not gonna say who it was because I don't want to put her. She has entire family, and I don't want to put her shit on blast.
Okay.
But I asked her what would have been more like what would have hurt worse for you to find out that like your man was your husband was sleeping with another woman, or that he hadn't slept with her but he was and she wouldn't let him, but he had been consistently spending like thousands of dollars on courting her. Damn. She said straight up, she said thousands of dollars, like that's supposed to be for our family.
Yeah.
And if you would have got and went out and did that, like I would have been mad to find out that he, did that, but I would be like infuriated if I found out that he was taking like food out of our family's mouth. So in the same
and this
perspective,
economy too,
taking $300 of what we could be putting towards, and even if I'm giving a short, like if I was giving a shorty $300 and she was doing what, I'd be like, nah, bro, because now I'm just questioning your whole thought process, your whole mentality. Like you're fiscally irresponsible. I'm giving you $300 and you giving it to a your ex boyfriend in jail. Like
like
week
you're
too?
tripping.
Like,
a week? Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
$1,200 a month.
Yeah, no,
Nah, you paying this
like,
man getting a
what do
salary.
you even? I know what does
like
he even need in there for 300? Like,
Well, see, that's the thing. He can be getting. There's all kinds of reasons you would need that kind of money. You could be getting extorted. You could be having to pay for your protection.
so I gotta,
If you want to be
Nah,
comfortable
Joe.
around here, the price is $300, my dude. Figure it out.
No, she investing in her. No, hell no. That's
Yeah,
like
nah,
that's
nah,
like
nah.
me. That's like me monthly subscription to
OnlyFans for your
not even to know that when my my lump sum matures, I'm getting replaced. Like as my investment matures, the ROI is I get
Thank
replaced.
you for keeping the seat warm for me, homie.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah,
hell
nah,
no.
bro.
That's
I dated a
ridiculous.
girl that had an ex in jail, and I just couldn't do it.
No.
Well, was she sending the money? What was
She
the-
wasn't, but
just
nah,
because
but-
she knew somebody in jail.
No, but that was her ex and the father of her child. I'm not gonna name no names, but father of her child and stuff like that. And I feel like she still wasn't over him because she still had like a picture of him and like.
Well,
her
I
work.
mean,
I'm
but
good
see,
off
now that's
that,
different
bro.
though. If that's her kid's dad.
No, which
depends what
no,
you go to
like
jail
I
for.
wasn't trying to like. Of course, I would never try to replace somebody else. Like I would have to be a father figure for that. But for it to be where it wasn't like in the kitchen with like the kid and the dad. It was like just him. You know what I'm saying?
Damn,
Like,
shit.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with any girl that got kids, and hopefully this might not be received well. But I'm just being real. Like
Break the
as-
glass, Chewy.
as a dude with no kids, like I've had this conversation before with other dudes. Like I wouldn't be against dating a woman who has kids, but my two main requirements, because these are things that I cannot control, is the kid well behaved? Because she ain't gonna let me spank the kid and shit. So if I'm getting into the situation, I need to know that if I say, hey, no, don't do that, that the kid's gonna go and behave. You know what I'm saying? So since I'm not gonna be able to really discipline the kid needs to already be good.
Well,
I'm not dealing with no, what is the little kid off the little book? Remember the book with the little angry kid with the fishbowl, David?
Oh yeah, no, David.
No, David. No, we're not playing that. No,
No,
Davids in the fucking house. Two is who is your baby daddy and what's y'all connection? Because that's probably the worst thing about it is going into that situation. You could have a crazy ass baby daddy, and now I got to deal with this, or On the other hand, you could have an amazing baby daddy. And that's another thing to be like, damn. Now I got to compete with this motherfucker for the rest of
No.
y'all. Yeah.
If he's
Oh, come
amazing,
on, bro.
look.
Nah,
I think
bro,
we
they gonna link up. They gonna
no,
pick up the kid.
Because if she could have been with him,
her on the booty one
if
time.
she could have been with him, then he
Remember
would.
when
Then
it-
she would have been with him. We're gonna table that for another time. 'Cause that's very interesting. So we're gonna talk about that another time. Hot cues.
That's
Hot
hot cues.
cues.
Let's go. Let's
Yeah,
get
we
it.
go. We're going to get to our last topic of the episode. Our last cue is going to be ranking the best Spider-Man movies that we've seen. We're going to give our top 3, all right? Because there's been like
Why
10
is
movies.
there so many Spider-Man movies?
He's arguably the most popular superhero
More than
Work,
Superman?
baby.
More than Batman?
when it comes down to at least cinema and film and comics. He's up there.
I think he's the most
accessible.
relatable superhero. Because everybody's been in high school. Everybody's gone through that awkward process. probably
Superman's
in
an
their life.
alien, and then Bruce Wayne is a rich billionaire,
billionaire.
playboy,
Well,
philanthropist.
but that's the difference of the archetype of these superheroes, where it's like you have a superhero like Spider-Man who feels relatable, but then you have superheroes like Superman weren't made for that purpose. Like they're made to be like, this is what mankind could be if we took away the negatives.
What-
Versus
Superman is like if an alien came to Earth and he tried to fit in, like that's what he thinks Clark Kent is. It's like, oh, I got to wear glasses, I got to be kind of meek and out the way and stuff like that, you know. So that's what he kind of sees him, because he could literally take over the world if he wanted to in the span of a day. But he has to try to like dumb himself down and weaken himself so that way he could fit in and be normal.
I argue that, and this is just my perspective on Superman in general, is he no matter what he did, he took over the world. Like no matter how he behaves, he took over the world. Whether he's evil and like an authoritarian, or whether he stays out the way, he's never really out the way, and people have to respect the fact that he exists. So it's like, I don't know. To me, Superman is just not that interesting in general, especially because I think the way that he's written. Now, don't get me wrong, I like Superman movies, but like he's just not that interesting in general to me personally, because I think that the thing that is missing for me is he wasn't written with enough limitations. And when there's no limitations, there's no stakes.
He has some limitations.
He has two limitations.
He be getting his ass whooped though when you exploit him.
He has two limitations.
He be getting his ass whooped.
He has kryptonite.
And
No,
magic.
okay, 3. He has kryptonite. He has red sun, and he
Magic.
can't see through lead. Lead isn't. Magic
some old
isn't
school
necessarily true, because he still be whooping people who got.
That's
magic.
not true though. People with magic be whooping his ass, and also you forgot his fourth and most important kryptonite: white women.
That's
Don't nobody
relatable thing.
control Superman more than Lois Lane. All right.
But no, okay, my bad.
No, you
You're
good.
right.
You
What's your favorite Spider-Man movie, Aaron?
You want me to go first?
Yeah,
Yeah.
please. I think you're going to pretty much carry this one because I don't.
You didn't really be fucking with Spooderman like that.
Spooderman.
All right, because they've been showing Spider-Man movies on TV a lot lately, so I've been kind of watching.
Well, there's
a lot.
30 of them.
I know. I've been watching all of them. Damn, bro. The new one, Across the Multiverse, was like the animated one with Miles Morales being the main protagonist. That one, I haven't seen that one. I've heard nothing but great things about it. The first one that came out a few years ago, I was unexpectedly fucking amazing. Like, I did not think I was gonna feel some type of way, and maybe because I'm black, you know what I'm saying? There's a little bit of like bias to saying like, all right, because we've always heard about like little hints and little breadcrumbs of Miles Morales, like
Right.
a black version of Spider-Man, a black and Dominican version, or Puerto Rican. And then Childish Gambino, Donald Glover played his uncle Aaron in Spider-Man in the first one, No Way Home.
Yep.
Oh no, sorry, Homecoming. He played him in the first one. He's like, nah, I have a nephew that lives there. And Donald Glover was apparently supposed to play Miles Morales at one point, but then playing Uncle Aaron. And then they started bringing him out in different video games and out of movies. So with that one I have to go with number 1. Was the first Spider-Man, the cartoon, the animated one that came out a few years ago. That one to me is my favorite Spider-Man. One of the best superhero movies I've ever seen. short, simple, to the point. It makes you feel something. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're a minority and stuff like that. And it's a unique story because we always ever get Peter Parker, his uncle dies, and his grandma or
Uncle
his
Ben.
Aunt May, and Uncle Ben. You know what I'm saying? It's always the same shit. So I got to go with that Spider-Man first. Number 2, I got to go with the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. I'm gonna have to go with
Okay, old school.
that. The second one with Doc Ock.
Yeah.
Second
That
one-
movie
second
still
one.
holds up. That movie.
I just
is
watched it
the
last night, too.
shit.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm conflicted. That's where I'm at. I'm conflicted between.
It's my
this-
turn.
Yeah.
You unconflict yourself when it's your turn, sir.
It's my
It's my turn.
All right,
Now
Skip.
Skip. All right.
Yep.
Sorry.
So yeah, you good. No, the second Spider-Man, the one Sam Raimi directed, that one's still amazing. RC, I know you're not like, I know you're like that. That one's amazing.
No, I'm just saying. I don't. There's been so many. Sorry. There's been so many. I don't know which one is which.
Well, I mean, remember now they're all technically canon now due to Spider-Man No Way Home.
Wait, what you mean?
So due to Spider-Man No Way Home,
Oh,
when
because they brought they like mixed them all.
yes,
in.
because they're
That's
all
right.
different universes. They're all different multiverses.
That's right.
So now they're
did
all
do that.
technically in the same world, just different little.
What's the one?
branches.
That's the one with Zendaya.
Yeah, that's the one with Tom Holland is in there.
Oh, okay.
That's the Marvel one.
All right.
Even though they're all technically Marvel. And then so if I'm gonna have to go, so the first Spider-Man multiverse, whatever, the cartoon. Second one, Spider-Man 2 with Doc Ock. Third one, damn, that
Man's
was
name
tough.
is Doc Ock.
Dr. Octopus.
Oh, that was the one. That was Jamie. Oh no.
Jamie was the one that he was in the Amazing Spider-Man with Andrew Garfield.
Okay.
I want to put that one up there because that one was good. And when Spider-Man couldn't save Gwen, spoiler alert, when he couldn't save Gwen, so she like bam, and hit her head and like Gwen. That part,
Yeah, that was deep.
that got me.
You can feel the pain, bro.
That got me. Oh damn. Sorry.
Damn, bro, just sucked the mic.
No, because I keep trying to adjust because I want to be close, but then not too close. I keep doing it, man. Damn. Yeah. That one was amazing too. No pun intended. So, but in No Way Home, I'm gonna have to go with No Way Home third. The one where all the Spider-Men come together. Like
That one was
seeing
pretty
that
cool.
moment,
That was pretty
Yeah.
cool.
that was fucking insane. Seeing
Yeah. How did you even pull that off? That was pretty cool.
Andrew Garfield and seeing all the villains and seeing Green Goblin. Green Goblin's the best freaking villain in
that's
Spider-Man.
right.
He's one of the best villains, probably
That's
second
right.
behind Joker. Green Goblin, in
That's
my
right.
opinion.
Yeah.
Artie, go ahead. Give me your top three.
My top 3 are the No Way. It was No Way Home. Was that it?
The one with all of them get together.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Wait, which number is that one? Third?
That's number 1.
Okay.
That's number 1, and I was conflicted on that. But number 2 is the original, the first one with Toby.
Fly, Web, fly.
Because I was a kid. Because I was a kid, and it was the perfect time for me to see it.
That one changed the game, bro.
And I just was so, and like I think that movie gave me it made me even more fall in love with like comic books and superheroes, and seeing it seeing it in that live action format. And really, I almost feel like that's what started a lot of the big superhero craze that we have today.
Bro, real quick, that fight scene between him and the Green Goblin, like that movie was raw.
Yeah.
Like that was that's back when superhero movies were like really adult type shit. Green Goblin was whooping his ass.
No,
Like that was a great movie. That was
and
great.
that's real talk. Why those are my two favorite, because Green Goblin, like I love villains, and I love like the way a villain is written, and I love that Green Goblin, like he really feels like he's evil, like, and he really has that like that real life energy of like, if you had those abilities, like you're not bullshitting with people and letting people slide, like you throwing bombs at people, just like remember when he incinerated
he
that
like
one
literally
dude?
vaporized like that whole freaking
he was just like
balcony and shit.
Boop, like, and that's really because we have crazy people in real life today who are crazy, like now portray that, but the person has superpowers. Like I like how they did that, and then I like how gritty it was like they took the grittiness from that movie and then brought it to Tom Holland's Spider-Man, and it was like, let's see how you would handle this grittiness that Toby had to handle, and he couldn't handle.
Oh yeah,
that
no, yeah.
shit.
Green Goblin whooped his ass too when he like
whooped his
spine busted
ass,
him through the
bro.
floor and everything. I
That was
like,
my
damn.
favorite.
That was a dope fight scene, actually. Yeah.
And it's crazy because Willem Dafoe said the only way he'll be in that movie is if he was allowed to do his own stunts. I was like, I'm only gonna be in it if y'all I'm gonna do my own stunts. Like that's it.
And I think that was one of my favorite fight scenes in all of the Marvel universe. Like starting from like Tony forward, like the Iron Man forward. That was one of my favorite fight scenes in all of the Marvel universe. Was when the Green Goblin fought Spider-Man in the freaking apartment complex.
Dude, like the way that he just kept on smiling every time
And
he
it
got
was
on
gritty.
getting hit,
It was
bro.
like-
He was
oh
eating
my
that. He was
God.
Like it just made me feel like, damn, like he really really down. It felt like he really down to. I was like, he really down to kill this little Spider-Man right now.
Oh no, he wanted the box. He was ready to box.
He was,
you know?
yeah.
All right, what's your third one? All right, what's your third
And
one?
my
You got
third
No Way
one-
Home. You got the first one. Third one.
My third one. Damn, my third one.
You can even say the video game.
None of the video games has always been tight.
No,
But they
but
always been on like PlayStation, and I've been at Xbox.
you gotta go. You gotta go on PS, my guy.
I had to play Crackdown.
I had to play Halo 2 head ass.
I had to play Prototype. But
Prototype was
no,
good.
Prototype was hard. But damn, 3, the third one, probably the second Tobey Maguire one
Okay, all right.
with Doc Ock, because that one was again had that grittiness to it. My only thing that was weird now that I think back about a lot of the characters that Spider-Man fought were interesting because they were like it was like he was like fighting like mental health, if you really think about it. Because a lot of his characters that he fought were like schizophrenic, like they had ulterior, what is it, like personality, like multiple personalities.
Only person that really did was Goblin, though.
No, because remember
Doc Ock
he was normal, and then the thing like took
the
over
chip,
his brain.
Yeah,
Oh,
but that's
the AI tentacles.
yeah, that's more mechanical rather than
And
anything.
then Venom is literally 2 people in one body.
Well,
Symbiote.
Well, Venom, like I mean, there's different versions of Venom. We could be splitting hairs on all that shit, but no, it's crazy though, bro. RC,
Yerp.
top 3.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't really like. Y'all are way more knowledgeable about the Spider-Man.
Well, then what's your favorite
lore.
one from out of the 2 of them you've seen?
Probably the joint with the one with Zendaya and them. Homie
Okay.
went to
Like the first one.
homie went to college. The little
Uh,
homie they was meeting up. In the
Are you
bakery.
talking about No Way Home when they all like got
Yeah.
accepted to college and stuff like that?
all right.
I will say, the Spider-Man video game. I was scrolling on TikTok the other day, and there's a streamer who literally just plays that video game, like literally just ropes around through the city, listening to music. Some of the most bro. I sat there and watched this guy play that Spider-Man, and it's like you're like roping through the city, and then he'll like slow it down and freeze and just like kind of just go in the air like that. Bro, I watched this guy do that for like 10 minutes straight, just like listening to like R&B and shit.
Yeah.
It is the most mesmerizing shit. It's literally just Spider-Man, or like there's different characters, like different versions of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And he's just like literally just like roping through the city, and then he'll slow it down and like kind of like just float in the air in slow motion, and then like he'll like blast into like I don't know that shit.
See,
is
but that's why
so-
I think Spider-Man is the most accessible superhero, because literally, like, he's the only one that you see out in the day, just like around the city, wherever he's at. Like Superman, he only really comes out when some shit's popping out. Batman only really comes out at night.
Iron Man be out at events taking pictures. and-
Okay, yeah, but Iron Man's on
Having
some grown
cocktails.
man shit, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? No fly and do a drink. And he only really brings out the suit on occasion. He was going through like a mental issue when he was, or like a personal problem, and he was wearing the suit. Spider-Man, like he literally, like in the first Spider-Man movie with Tom Holland, he's over there helping a cat out the tree and doing little shit. You know what I'm saying? Like he's like literally like a neighborhood Spider-Man.
Who do you
know?
like better in general? Do you like DC heroes or Marvel heroes, Aaron?
Damn. DC, who was that? DC's Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Flash,
Green Lantern.
Green Lantern. I like Marvel,
Ain't none of
bro.
them sticking up to T'Challa and
Okay, no,
Iron
but
Man
Batman's amazing.
I love Batman for some reason, and I hate that I like Batman because it don't even make sense.
Batman's amazing. I know. And also the Joker too.
I feel like
know he's not
DC's
a
very
hero,
top heavy.
but Joker too is one of the most complex
True.
villains. And
Yeah, I was gonna say I
Marvel has really no good villains though. Like, who's a good Marvel
Oh,
villain?
you
Dr.
mean
Doom,
the man
bro, what the
Killmonger?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, man.
Killmonger was
Killmonger in the movie played by Michael B. Jordan was amazing. I'm talking about like at least comic books or whatever the other cases. Like, who
Hey,
else did they
man.
really just? Killmonger wasn't that big of a deal when it comes to comic books and shit like that, bro.
yeah.
Don't
I don't-
do that.
Dr. Doom, bro.
Okay, and then
Dr. Doom is a crazy villain, but they've never portrayed him right.
They
Well,
don't
yeah,
do
but I mean, if we're
shitty.
talking comic books,
yeah,
I mean,
if we're talking comic books.
Fantastic Four has been ass ever
need
since they
to
tried to
bring
make it a
Dr.
movie, whatever.
Doom.
I really cannot wait till the MCU fixes them, bro.
Yeah, that
Fixes who?
I don't know who they can be able to get right, really though.
Thanos, Loki.
Thanos was good.
Loki.
I like
Thanos was really good.
Loki.
Loki's
Yeah.
good, but yeah, but none of Joker is the best villain though.
Yeah, Joker
It's,
is.
it's Joker.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, I'll agree.
It's
Joker.
It's almost Joker, and even the Riddler can be up there too. Like,
Yeah, no. Now you got me thinking
Come on,
because a
son.
lot of
what you mean? Come on, Jim Carrey over there. Fucking Batman has the best villains.
yeah,
No, you're
Batman.
right.
Batman for sure has the best villain.
Chewie, real quick,
Scarecrow,
you-
the Penguin, the Two-Face.
Two-Face,
Shit.
Poison Ivy.
Poison Ivy.
Bruh, in that
Harley
movie,
Quinn.
yo, Harley Quinn.
It's a good villains, bro. Good villains.
Solomon
Margot Robbie,
Grundy.
that's another white woman.
Ha!
All right, can I give you one more before we end the episode?
Oh, God.
I'm gonna let you redeem yourself. This one should be easier.
Wait, let me get ready. Ugh.
Don't give me any
When it
more.
gets to
My brain is cooked.
When it gets to again. 25.
yeah, when it gets to 25,
All right, who we got?
you got 30 seconds. Name 10
25.
running backs.
Oh my gosh. Amon Green, Robert Smith, LaDainian Tomlinson, Derrick Henry, Davin Cook, Ezekiel Elliott, Tony Pollard, Nick Chubb,
10 seconds.
fuck, who else? One more. Aaron Jones. That's 10.
That's 9.
That's 10. I named
Okay,
10.
okay. I thought I counted
Priest
9.
Holmes.
Okay, there you go.
There you go.
All right,
Freaking
yeah, there
Eddie
you
George.
10. You got it.
All right, man. Freaking Emmitt Smith. James Conner.
Okay.
James Conner, you better be
That
healthy.
one was easier. You redeemed yourself. There you go.
Yeah, Can I get a round of applause, Chewy?
Yeah,
All right, yeah. Running backs.
You never know what it could be, bruh.
Yeah, that would not have happened with me.
As soon as I asked you, I already started laughing.
I started laughing because bro, you said two names, and I was like, damn.
Hey, Amon Green, bro. That was back. When I played Madden back when I was a kid on the N64, that's what made me a Green Bay Packers fan. Was Brett Favre, I'm saying Bubba Franks,
Adrian Peterson, dog.
Adrian Peterson, man.
That's probably what it is. Now that I think about it, it might not even be that y'all watch sports. It's that y'all play the
we
game.
Be
We
playing
be playing
for sure.
Madden.
Because I never
sure.
played the sports games. Because to me, I thought playing sports games was dumb as hell.
That's RC when it comes to 2K.
And I can't even lie. Till this day, I still think it's dumb as hell.
Why?
It's just stupid.
Why?
I want to play basketball. Okay, go to LA Fitness and play basketball.
Okay, Negro, it's different.
It don't
It's
feel
different.
different to me. It feel like
It's a
I'm
little bit different.
It's different,
feels- it
Artie.
feels
Just say
weird
you're
to
not
me.
good.
no. Come on, bro. You know, if any game really, if I picked it up, I'd be
you're not gonna
nice
be me
at
at
it.
2K. You're not gonna be
If
me
I-
at Madden
If I picked it up and really was like, but see, I couldn't even get interested
because
in
you're not good.
it. I'd be sitting there like, this
Look,
shit suck, boy.
We gonna settle this. You might even do like a Madden. You know what I always wanted to do?
What's that?
I always wanted to rent out a movie theater and just do and play like games and shit like that.
Dope.
There, that'd be dope. Chewy.
Smash Brothers.
That would
Yo,
be
Smash on the movie screen.
That would be
oh
fire.
my
Aaron
god.
talking about Madden. I'm like, bro, let's go to the park, put some cleats on. I'll cook you, boy.
Man,
I'll have you spinning,
don't
boy.
make
I'll
me
have
break your
you-
other ankle, son.
You would be tired, bro.
All right, I'm gonna put screws in your other
No,
ankle,
this,
son.
This the one that broke is stronger than ever.
Okay.
His bionic leg.
That's my bionic leg.
look,
That's when I'm gonna jump off and get the
look.
highlight on you, bro.
We gonna settle this shit one way or another. Anyways, episode 20.
Yes,
Round
sir.
of applause.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening.
Yes, yo, once again, shout out to all of our friends, family, supporters. If you're new to the channel, please like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We need you guys. We're so close to 100. Follow us on IG as well. Do not forget, we are officially sponsored by MANSCAPED, but it's only for a limited time unless you guys can help us out. Whatever you purchase, use the code QUED-UP. One more time, CUEDUP, 20% off of purchase. We tried it. It works. I don't want to hear no bullshit. All right, buy it. If you're man or if you're women, kids, whatever, just buy it. Buy something from Manscaped. There's something for everybody there. Okay, we love you guys so much. Episode 20. Thank you again to everybody who's been on. We can't wait till we could just unveil much more great stuff, great events, great merch, giveaways for you guys. Thank you guys again. Queued Up Podcast. I'm Aaron Michael. RC, how can they find you real quick?
Calvert Productions. Hit me up on IG.
Artie, how can they find you?
Artie Reaps on everything.
Chewy, how can they find you?
And Jesus Crust. Right on the screen.
Follow our boy Charlie Mumbles. Follow Jello TV. Hell, follow Just Created It. We love you guys. Queued Up. We out.
Hoo-ah!
Woo!